Next panelist is Mr. P.R. Kumar, who is the head of smart cities at Larsen and Tubro, who will represent Larsen and Tubro here. And let us see what he has to say.
Thank you, gentlemen. A warm evening to the distinguished delegates and to the audience. I would like to structure this presentation in three ways. One, about what L&T is actually doing it, and our experience. In fact, we have seen majority of the discussions right from the edge devices and to the concepts and the POCs and the things. So what we carried on along the five years of experience, implementation experience with safe cities and smart cities in India, and then about few cities which has been already implemented, what learnings we are carrying through that. So that should be our, that should be my way of structuring this. And before that, thankful to ISGW for selecting this venue, which is Manekshaw. What it actually tells us, for the person who was from other than the Indian countries, Manekshaw is actually a great Indian Army officer who has served to the Indian Army for about 40 years, and has faced about 5 wars, including the great World War II under British Indian Army. What it actually tells, which is actually indirectly tells us the need of the hour for the smart city execution. We have to be military discipline, and we should have such kind of a brave with all the stakeholders to ensure that right concept is being fed in, so that we can, with the opportunities coming in, and there are a lot of cities which is coming in, we can execute it a much faster way, like the urban population is getting into that. Yeah. So with the right quote, it's, this is from Honorable Prime Minister of India, which is actually stating that the cities are not built in the riverbanks or in the cities which is the road. The cities are actually built with where the optical fiber network and the network is being penetrated into the last mile level. And with this, if you look at the urbanization, if you see the urbanization progress, it took almost 100 years to rise from 11.5% to 31.16%, but it will be taking almost 20 years to boost it to that same level. So this shows that where we should keep up the phase of getting into the smart cities business, another thing, and how do we structure this? About L&T, we have already touched about 15.5 million urban lives in terms of through smart cities missions. We are into the execution of 4 smart cities. One is already implemented, and we are one of the largest and most respected Indian construction company. We are about 17 billion, and we are already established a master system integrator, and we are market leader in the smart cities execution. And this is the structure. Why L&T? We have envisaged this about 5 years back, and we have structured from a humble initiative of a safe city. Now we are into the smart world and communication. The entire one of the division has been explicitly allotted for the smart world and communications. We are about 500 resources working exclusive for this. And what we offer, we have divided into 3 categories. One is the smart city infrastructure, which is talking about the smart cities, smart villages, mobility, grid and water, education, city optic fiber backbone, and smart ports. Integrated safety security solutions. No city is smart city without safe. So we started with that. This particular BU offers a city surveillance, a traffic management system, a coastal security, border and homeland security of critical infrastructure. And another one which is actually linking about the backbone, which will link about the safe and smart, is the actual fundamental communication infra. So there, L&T is playing a very major role, including a building of a nationwide network, a BharatNet, and of course penetration into the emergent response system, metro communication, etc. And talking about our experience with the smart cities. So we are executing actually the Pune smart city, which is almost under closure, which is about to go live very soon. We are into the Raipur. Recently, we backed the order from the Raipur, and Nagpur is almost under, the Nagpur project is also completed. It's about expect to go live very soon. Vizag is recently inaugurated with a small POs, first phase 1, and Jaipur is already implemented. Phase 1 is implemented, is in operation. So this is about talking about the Jaipur, which is talking about interactive kiosk. There is an video surveillance system and an access point, about 250 access point is there, an integrated command control center, and interactive kiosk. This started with a very small way. This is the first smart city which has been executed successfully within the time frame, and it has created more insights. In fact, majority of the RFP which is coming in is structured based on the Jaipur smart city. And this is another one, which is Nagpur, which is completely funded by the state government. This is the first smart city which is fully having a state-owned fiber across the city, which is about 800 kilometers of fiber to be laid as a part of this smart city project, which has been done in a very fast track within 8 months of time. And with us, almost all other smart city components, right from solid waste management, parking solution, a vehicle tracking system, a surveillance system, and a data center, a drone-based surveillance system. This project has started somewhere around last year, and in fact, most of the components have been fully integrated. The fiber optical exposure is done. The command control center is in operation, and surveillance cameras, about 2,500 cameras, is already in operation. Solid waste management is in progress, and a data center is fully implemented. There are a lot of takeaways from this project. And this is another one, which is Pune Smart City. And this is the first smart city which has been implemented under Prime Minister Vision, 100 Smart City Vision. It has gone in a leap progress from, within 8 months. It also includes building of the edge devices in all the city of Pune, and also one command control center, which will integrate almost about 47 subsystem integrations from various various agencies of various services of the Pune city. Out of this, all the key elements which are required for collection of data is done. A command control center is done, and command control center is in operation. In fact, an integration has happened between the SOPs are in place, use cases are in place, emergency call box, which is used for the distress caller for calling that particular SOP, is fully in operation. A variable message displays, which is used for integrating between various components for emergencies, has been in operation, and it has already passed through one recent flood activity, which has the entire command control center has been used for this operation. And about Pune, this is the first smart city which has conceived about integrating more than about 47 various elements of city services where Mr. Venkat is talking about, right from environmental sensors, right from street lighting, and then BRTS, and the metro, and lighting, smart lighting, and the the CCTV, which has been implemented by some other agencies, and the dial 100 system, the vehicle tracking system, and the Pune website, where it is actually serving for almost around 50 to 60 various services. So out of which we have completed 4 to 5 major integrations, and this has given the city there's a big difference, and it has given a lot of insight which we are carrying about, which we are actually working with the various service agencies, and to track, and we should have a proper standardized procedures for how to handle the emergency calls, etc., etc. This is about Vizag Smart City. Again, it's also linked with some kind of traffic management system, as well as the environmental sensor and smart waste management. It has recently gone, the phase 1 was recently inaugurated in Vizag. This is about Raipur, which is again another unique feature, which is based on the cloud-based disaster recovery. And this is about, and these are the fundamental, these are the data collection which has been taken from Jaipur. I'll just quickly rush through. This is one of the safe city projects that has been implemented in India. This is one of the largest safe city projects implemented in India. And a lot of innovations into this project. One is the unique pole design, other was the thermal camera, and we have recently integrated between CCTV and dial-entered. Gentlemen, the distress response caller, which is normally taking about 3 hours from Mumbai to respond, based after this integration, it has taken hardly about 15 to 20 minutes now. We're actually pushing towards achieving the global standard of 7 minutes. Currently, the New York alone is having that 911, with the help of the 911 feature, 7 minutes response time, but we are already crossed this 20 minutes bar. And the Mumbai is actually receiving about 1 lakh call a day, and out of which around 5,000 calls is being meant for the call for the service. And these are the recent, advantage and from the public. This is about Hyderabad. Hyderabad is also already is in the verge of completion. It's about 10,000 cameras across Hyderabad city. And there is a command control center, again GPS tracking, and there's an advanced adaptive traffic management system. This is about other our experience areas like Wi-Fi digital connected emergency response system, and early warning discipline system in Andhra Pradesh and Orissa. And we are also into this smart metering, which is about 5 million meters to be installed in 2 states. And quick learning, we should have some kind of we should encourage the indigenous facilities, and we should have some kind of a infrastructure which is bottom up, as well as business processes, which we need to fix the business process first. And we should have a practical timeline. Anything which is less than 9 months is very difficult to, there is a lot of risk. And 5 years beyond O&M should not go beyond 5 years, because there is a lot of changes. And other things are fine, which can be taken. Yeah, thank you so much. I'm sorry I'm taking a lot of time.
No.